If you want the most attractive, impressive physique,
Fuck! Seriously? It's like you're photoshopped.
then you've got to train every body part, and that includes the back. When you build a thicker and wider back, it gives you that V-taper look that is very impressive. It's a sign of strength. If you want to build a bigger back, exercise selection is going to be extremely important. There's hundreds of different exercises, and that is why I'm going to give you the 3 exercises I really think that you should focus on if you want to build a thicker back and a wider back, a more impressive looking back. Also, I just want to remind you guys at the very end of this video, I'm going to share a little bonus tip with you. It's a small collection of things that are very important to building muscle, and it's very important if you want to build a bigger back as well. Let's start with how to get a wider back. So if you want that V-taper look, that wider back, in my opinion, the best exercise are pull-ups. Pull-ups are going to give you that wider back. And the reason is because the pull-ups are working the lats. The lats are these muscles right here, and that is what gives you that width, that V shape. And then when you have a smaller waist, it comes down into a smaller waist, giving you that very impressive physique. One of the things I love about pull-ups is the barrier to entry is low. Everybody can do pull-ups, everybody can afford a pull-up bar. They're very, very inexpensive. In fact, you don't even need a pull-up bar in order to do pull-ups. The trick with pull-ups is the form. The biggest mistake I see with pull-ups is that people are very straight. They lift themselves directly up. And what you need to do with pull-ups, it's much like the bench press. You need to arch your back and push your chest out. Pushing your chest out is everything when it comes to that movement. You need to be thinking about lifting your chest to the bar. A lot of people say your chin to the bar or your face to the bar. That's not true, it's your chest. Your chest should be arched and you should be coming up at an angle. A big mistake I see is people trying to pull with their hands. When you perform the pull-ups, you should try to pull with your elbows. You should try and pull those elbows down, and when you change your mindset when doing the exercise to pulling with your elbows, to really digging those elbows down, you'll notice a big difference and you'll feel the lats a lot more. If you're somebody that cannot do pull-ups at this point, I'm going to leave a video at the end of this video for you to click on so you can go through and learn how to do pull-ups if you don't know what to do. Moving on to exercise number 2, some kind of cable seated row. Any kind of seated row, but I prefer the cables, and I recommend you start with the cables. With this exercise, you are going to build the mid back, more of the middle back. It's going to give you that overall look to your back that you want. It's not necessarily adding thickness, it's not necessarily adding width, it's just giving you all over a great back. And the key with this exercise, in my opinion, is to not go heavy. This exercise should all be about feeling the back muscles, feeling the muscles work, and really contracting, squeezing, and stretching those muscles, not trying to lift as much weight as possible. There's a time and there's a place for that. And this exercise, in my opinion, is not that. I would recommend anywhere between 10 and 12 repetitions for this exercise, and really slow everything down because a lot of people struggle to feel the back. You really need to perform the exercise similar to this. You've got the cables in your hand and you pull the cables back slowly, and I'm squeezing the back. I have no weight in my hand right now, but I'm contracting all of those muscles in the middle of my back. Then you pull the weight and you feel the stretch all the way through, and that is how you really connect to the muscle and make sure you're working the target muscle. Now this is where things start to get fun. We've built the width in the back, we've built an all over back, we've built some of the middle back, you've really connected and felt the back muscles, so you're really setting yourself up for success. Now we can start thinking about adding some thickness, some size to your back, and in my opinion, the best exercise for that will always be the barbell bent over row. The barbell bent over row, in my opinion, is the best exercise for building thickness to the back, and this is when you can go a little heavier. This is when you can work in that 6 to 8 rep range and really try and lift that weight, squeeze the bar, and pull as much weight as you can, of course with good form. How you choose to program these exercises is up to you, whether you want to fit them into your workout, whether you want to choose one of the exercises or two. For me, I believe in full body workout routines. If you're a natural lifter, you should be doing full body workout routines. I have other videos talking about why, and I would recommend you choose one or possibly even 2 of those exercises and putting them into your program. But it depends on where you're at. Do you need more width? Do you need more size, thickness? It really depends where you're at. Of course, the comment section is always open as well. You can ask me questions and I always respond to my comments as well. A little bonus tip that I promised you guys at the start of the video. It's very basic and simple, but you just need to always remember with these kinds of videos, don't forget your fundamentals. Your fundamentals is how you build your physique. And you can perform the best back exercises in the world, but if you don't eat enough protein, if you don't increase your calories, if you don't focus on getting more sleep, if you don't really train consistently and do all of those things consistently, then you won't build muscle. You really need to bring everything together in order to build the best physique. The video that you can see on screen right now is a video on pull-ups. If you don't know how to do pull-ups or you can't do pull-ups, then watch that video. And another video, if you guys can do pull-ups and you want to watch this video, is me talking about, can you eat too much protein? So can you actually eat too much protein to where it becomes a problem for your health?